Well, hello, welcome back to my channel, and I make videos about engineering, studying abroad, and some daily vlogs. So if you're someone looking for these videos, then you are in the right place. So please do hit that subscribe button. Also do like the videos. So today we are going to talk about studying abroad, and that too in Canada, and why study in Canada. So without any further ado, let's get started to the video. So in today's video, we are going to talk about why many of them choose Canada to study, or for pursuing their bachelor's, for masters, or for their PhDs, or like for pursuing some diploma courses. Why do they go for Canada? So I have done some research based on that, and I have collected some information regarding that. I have talked to some of the people who are studying already there and some who are already planning. So I have collected the information from all the sources I could get. So I think I have pretty much done a good job by collecting all those information. Like, I have tried to give you all maximum information that I have gained. So the first thing that we are going to talk about is mode of communication. So yeah, I have written some pretty much points in my book, so I'll be talking based on those, and this video is not scripted. I have just written the points with me, whichever I feel is important. So okay, let's get started. So firstly, the mode of communication is going to be English. So we all know, if you are planning for an international or abroad to study, then we are like pretty much sure with our English communication. Like, we usually plan to have a good communication skills, because most of the universities provide their mode of teaching in English. So if you're planning for Canada, then obviously you have to be good in Canada, because in Canada most of the universities, like if there are 100 universities, like most of them do give their education or teaching in English. Some of the universities need French, but that's very less. So if you're someone looking for some uh, English communication colleges, then Canada is the best place. So I guess you can see that puppy. Yeah, it's very cute. Okay, let's not get distracted. Okay, let's talk about the second thing. The second thing that's going to be is cosmopolitan diversity. So cosmopolitan is nothing but a diversity where you get to see many international people in that particular country. So if you're planning for Canada, then you can see most of the people over there, or the students you can see, are Indians. So if you're an Indian and you're looking for some same atmosphere, then you can go to Canada. Also, not necessarily that it has to be Indians. There are like people from all over the world. Like, you can see some people from US also come over there, some like Dubai, like some Australia, like many countries. We cannot just count on it. Like, people or students from all over the world plan or tend to go to Canada to study, and yeah, that's a good place. So obviously people try to move for their studies, higher studies, to this country. Okay, so the third thing is it's safe. So like, our relatives or our family members or our parents, whoever is trying to send us to abroad, it's their primary concern is more than the education. Their primary concern is whether it's safe or not. So as per my information which I have gathered and spoke to many students who are studying already there, it's absolutely safe. um, like, everything depends upon us, so we have to be careful everywhere. Like, everywhere you can see, like, thieves, robbers are already there, but safety is in our hand. But apart from that, there is nothing like that, but it's completely safe. As per the information, nobody has faced any issues regarding that. So yeah, as per the survey, it's a good country and it's safe. Even if you Google it, you can see that Canada is one of the safest country for international students to study abroad. Okay, so the fourth thing is, let's talk about some research and innovations that are done. So Canadian universities mostly uh, tend to focus on research and innovations, rather than just spoon feeding. Like, we in India, we have this tendency, like in our countries, in our colleges over here, we are like spoon feeded. We get everything, a set of books from where we have to read, where we have to study everything. But in Canada, that's nothing like the concept of spoon feeding. Everything we have to do it all by ourselves. The teachers, they explain things, and based on that we have to do proper research, we have to do proper assignments, we have to do some projects. So yeah, that's a pretty good thing, that we do not get spoon feeding things and we do everything on our own. Then that is going to help us gain our knowledge all by ourselves. Okay, So the fifth thing I'm going to talk about is, if you check out the universities present in Canada, do come under top colleges in the world. So it may be like University of Toronto, University of British Columbia, McGill, Montreal, Alberta, Ottawa, Regina. So all these universities do come in the top universities. So if you're looking for some universities like this, then you have the better option going to Canada. And let's talk about the Canadian teaching style. So as I said, like in India, we have mostly in the colleges, we have the spoon feeding techniques, but in Canada, that's not the intention. Like the teaching is very good. They have the traditional lectures, like how we attend the lectures every day. They do have the lectures based on that, but here we have like every day we have to go for 5 to 6 hours a day and we have to attend the lectures. But there, that's not the case. We get to choose our own times, and like in a week we usually have to attend the lectures like twice or thrice, and rest of the times we get a lot of time for doing our assignments, for projects, and all these things have to be done all by ourselves. Nobody is going to help us for that. Yeah, obviously we are going to get some guidance by the lecturers and professors, but nobody is going to do it for us. So we have to do all those things all by ourselves, and I guess that is a better option rather than spoon feeding and not learning anything and coming back as it is. So yeah, that's a better option, and they arrange some of the workshops, works for us, and everything we have to do it all by ourselves. So we're going to gain a lot of knowledge. So the teaching skills are obviously the best in Canada, so I give a thumbs up for it. And the next is, classrooms are friendly and the professors are also friendly. As I said, like everyone you will get to see are from different countries, most of the people or most of the students. So there's not going to be any issue regarding like not being friendly. Even they understand your concerns and you will also understand their concerns. So obviously it's going to bond out friendship together. So you won't be facing any issues with making friends. And the next thing is, the professors are really very friendly. They guide you on what basis of questions you ask, and they are ready to always answer your questions. So if you have any queries, you can directly go to them and talk to them in their office hours, and you will get the proper guidance, and they are very friendly. And the last thing is, you're going to get a good exposure. So when you're obviously going to a different country all by yourself, so you're going to be a bit independent, you're going to start earning all by yourself, you're going to get a good experience, you're going to get to know how to work independently, how to multitask. Because when you're going for abroad to study, then mostly it's a case that you start doing part-time jobs. Here in India we don't do that, but in different countries we have to do. If we want to leave our expenses, then we need to go for a part-time job. So we get to know how to balance multiple tasks at a time. So you get to work part-time, you get to attend lectures, you get to do your assignments, you get to do your projects, you get to attend some workshops, you get to balance your friends, your family, whichever stays in this country or from wherever country you are. So you have this proper balancing life, and you learn that. That's the most important thing of going abroad and studying. And plus, main thing, you're going to Canada, so obviously if you're going to work hard, then obviously you'll gain some good skills. So yes, so that's it about this video. So that last thing I would like to say is, without struggle there's not going to be any progress. So if you're dreaming something, start struggling for it and start working on it. So obviously you're going to reach that goal. So yes, that's it for today's video. If you have liked the video, please hit that like button and do subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to see more such videos, or if you have any requests regarding any videos, then please do mention them in the comment section. See you in the next video. Bye bye, have a good day.